And yes, again, we are back. We're back with another one. Like I said, I'm gonna start getting into this game. It's a lot of watered down, a lot of hate. We're gonna keep the focus on the game. All that content talking about other people, that shit is whack. That's my personal opinion. You're gonna drop game or you're gonna talk about what other people are saying about you, doing, and all that type of shit. That shit is whack. Get your bread, pick up some game, work on yourself. That's what it's about. I don't know why this space, this manosphere, all this bickering and beefing and stealing each other's, all that shit. You got influence and inspiration from other people. Let's keep it a buck. So with no further ado, we're gonna talk about this dynamic that I've experienced. I've been on both sides of the ball. The rebound guy, and why rebound relationships are short lived. If you don't know what a rebound guy is, a lot of guys, we used to see this in college. Me and my guys used to say, "Oh, he friended himself into the pussy." What a lot of guys do, they sit in the shadows trying to be buddy buddy with chicks who they have a sexual attraction to, and they're just trying to work that move, catch them vulnerable, drop shade on the guy, because in this case, this guy listens to, this woman or women tell him about the guys who she's dealing with intimately. And he tries to play a neutral ground as if he has no attraction. So when you see these women on these podcasts and, on these platforms talking about, I have a male best friend and all of this type of shit, and he doesn't look at me that way. Okay, well, send him a nude, send him a picture of you in some boy shorts, some nice lingerie, and tell him to pull up and see what he does. See what he does. So and women get caught up in this, thinking that men don't want to. A man is not going to be your friend. I don't know where you women think a man just wants to be your friend because they're friendly. I just want to be your friend. Lame shit. But I get it. A lot of guys have the by any means necessary approach. So they play the cut. They're patient. They wait, for a moment or a window of opportunity, and then they slide in. So they get this woman who's coming off of this relationship, this tumultuous relationship, this toxic relationship with whoever she's dealing with, because again, for this to be even a dynamic for a woman to have a male best friend or male friends, they're usually entertaining a relationship that's toxic. And she's usually the perpetrator of said toxicity. So what will happen is these guys will think they're learning the woman, they're proving themselves to be a worthy man by doing favors, by being available, by being present when these women go through these changes in their lives. So the moment that the woman says, well, okay, I try him, you got to think about proximity. Women date and fuck who's ever in close proximity. Now that we have this globalized dating market with the internet, with social media, with all of these inventions, these fixtures, you now have pretty much made it possible for someone in Miami to easily access a woman or anyone in Atlanta or New York, Chicago, etc. So, but in most cases, from a physical standpoint, women are going to go with the best option in the proximity that she's in. So you're thinking that she chose you for desire or sure attraction, when really it's out of convenience. Especially a woman with children, definitely she's going to date for the most convenient. She's going to go for the most convenient option she can. So when you are in this position of being a rebound guy, you have this confidence that you learn, or you know this woman to a certain point to where you know what mistakes not to make. When in reality, you've already made the grave mistake, which is being too available. You already made the grave mistake of being beta. She doesn't look at you as a desirable option. She's looking at you as something to do for the moment. That's why they're short-lived. They're short-lived relationships because a woman who's coming out of a relationship, she doesn't do the due diligence and the work necessary to repair. She doesn't recover. She jumps from one dick to the next. Depending on the fallout, she may go celibate. She may take some time off, but again, she's still entertaining some type of attention from another man. Because when a relationship crumbles or fails, her ego and her self-esteem is damaged. Because this may be the seventh failed relationship in 2 years. This may be the fourth. This may be the third. But nonetheless, a failed relationship is a revelation to a woman that she has to start over again. She has to go through the vetting. She has to fake like she's the one again. She has to reinvent herself again. So you've already made the grave mistake by being available. You've already made the grave mistake by being a tool to her. She doesn't look at you as a valuable asset or a useful or desired man or someone that she is truly going to dedicate herself to. You're going to be used to her. That's why you end up coming out. You have to do the grandiose dates because she's looking for reassurance. So you're trying so desperately to get her in the bed, you're willing to do and say anything. So you're willing to go on these dates. You're willing to put her on a pedestal. She's going to take that. She's going to take that because she needs that. Because again, her ego and her self-esteem has been damaged from the previous relationship that did not go as she planned. So you guys tend to get confident. I had this situation happen not too long ago, a few years ago. You got these guys throwing slick shots, subliminals, because he, again, got a chick that was not in his normal capacity. So a lot of guys tend to get they tend to get a higher level of confidence when they get a woman that's a little bit more attractive than what they're used to. That's a little bit more or a lot more attractive than what he's used to or what his last woman was. So these guys get this confidence and they start capping. Start being, you start feeling yourself, smelling yourself. And next thing you know, she's out the door to the next because you didn't understand why she had you present in the first place. There's a saying that all women don't cheat, but they damn sure know who has next. Women know who's next to bat. She knows who's next to back. So again, you're not special. When you listen to these stories of these men or these women leaving these men on high levels, your Kanye's, your Scottie Pippens, all of these type of men, your 50 Cents, all of these type of men. Some of these women come back and they try to dig through the trash because they think they can do better. They think they can do better. So a lot of the times you play rebound guy twice. You play the rebound guy from the future relationship. You get with her, it doesn't work out. She goes on, and then she tries to sift back through. Oh, no. That's a no-no. And I've been in this position where you try to revisit a situation in which maybe a year, some months has passed, years have passed. The chemistry is all the way off because the chemicals, the estrogen and the testosterone levels are different. You ever been with a woman and you're sexual and even the smell is different. You know she's been with other men. You know her hormones and body chemistry has been intertwined with another man. The sex doesn't even hit the same. It doesn't even hit the same. So never take a woman back after she leaves you. Even if, and especially if you leave her, you don't take a woman back. You send her on her way because you want the best for both parties. This is not to be angry or to be jaded or to be bitter. These are just things that you should know that will work and that will not work. If it doesn't work with you, wish her the best and send her on her way. You don't want to be jaded and every relationship you have after me that's sucker shit. You want to keep it player at all times. Wish her the best. And even if it's guys that you are associated with, because in a lot of cases, women are going to date someone you're familiar with because she wants you to see it. She wants to make you feel as if you're inadequate and she has someone better than you. Women play all these type of games. So even when you listen to them talk, you take it with a grain of salt. You don't never believe anything a woman says, because she's going to lie and make herself look and sound as good as she can. The way a woman speaks is the same way that she looks in most cases. You see the woman with the lashes, the makeup, the hair. You can best believe her speech is going to reflect that. She's going to put makeup on her tongue. She's going to put makeup on her tongue the same way she puts makeup on her face. So she has to say shit that sounds good, but we all know the truth. With those who are initiated, we know the truth. So these relationships that are rebound or of rebound dynamic, they're short lived, because she can't she can't get with you because she's not over the last. You're just a coping mechanism. You're like a Band-Aid. You're something to cover up the wound until it heals. Depending on the cut, you're going to wear a Band-Aid maybe a week or two. People don't wear Band-Aids for more than a month unless they had surgery, and it's a special type of bandage that they have to get wrapped because the cut or the incision was too deep for a Band-Aid to properly protect the wound. But in most cases, you get a cut on your finger, you're not going to wear that Band-Aid for more than 2 weeks, 3 weeks max. So don't get too comfortable and confident in these rebound relationships, because they're not going to last in most cases. They're only going to be, you enjoy them for what they are, of course, but do not you guys get to over investing. You guys get to doing the most, because this is the one that you truly want, which is why you did the sucker shit to get in pocket anyway. You did the sucker shit. You said the sucker shit to convince her that you're the next best thing. She'll listen to it because it's so soothing to her soul. It's very soothing. So a lot of times, again, you guys play the rebound guy twice. They spin the block. They go through these motions. You see these women right now. Right now, if you're paying attention to the society, we're pretty much going to go back on a shutdown. I'm going to go ahead and call it. This is the time that you prepare. You work on yourself, work on your business, your finance. You do everything. You take all of your energy to take yourself to the next level. You want to take your game to the next level. A rebound guy is nothing more than a cleanup man. That's all that is. You're just a cleanup man for the time being. She is not yours. This is just your turn. And I said this in my last video. I like to drive home points that you should burn in your brain. If a woman is not focused on your happiness 100%, she's coming with you with agendas for her, things she wants for her, you're just a tool you're a means to an end. Because once you fulfill this task, she's going to move the goalpost again. It's going to be something different. It's going to be something else, and then something else, and eventually going to burn yourself out. And when she burns you out, she's going to replace you like she did the last guy. And she's going to have someone waiting in the tuck to catch her coming off the rim. She'll have another guy waiting in the tuck. But don't be jaded. This is nothing to be bitter about. Remove your emotions. When you deal with women, you should have a purpose for her being in your life, because she definitely has a purpose for you being in hers. But you guys, let me know what you think about this video. It's the Date Master. Like, comment, subscribe. Peace.